Good morning, Chairman, ranking members, Ms. Gonzalez. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I initially flew over to Puerto Rico on the 26th of September, and I stayed all the way till December 2nd of 2017. From getting over there, I pretty much, I went on my own accord. I was actually living in Maui, Hawaii at the time. Never heard anything about anything on the news about the devastation, what's going on, how bad this actually was. I ended up getting a hold of a few military members that I knew were already over there, and they went ahead and sent me current active photos, videos, and anything that I could possibly get my hands on over there. I went on my own accord, touchdown. As soon as I got in the airport, I honestly felt like I was the only person coming into Puerto Rico trying to bring aid, just as a regular person. My flight, obviously can fit over 400 people, but, there's 10. I came in. As soon as I touched down, I found the, FBI located, Homeland Security, identifying them myself, let them know, hey, I have a, security clearance with DOD. I'm retired military. I was working with the 82nd Airborne Division, worked alongside with Special Forces groups, and been deployed multiple times. And, here to volunteer, whatever you need. Told them my capabilities of being able to rebuild homes, provide power, AC, anything you need, I can make it happen. They said they didn't need any help, apply online. So I said, okay. I went on my own accord, went throughout Puerto Rico, ran into a few police officers. Their biggest advice was, you need to be really careful because you're not from around here. Right now, there's no communications outside the airport, period. Our communications are just here. The moment you leave the airport, I can't tell you what's going to happen to you. There was obviously looting, people being killed over the small amount of dollars they do have in their pockets, and moving around the city was practically impossible. Curfews were in place, limited supplies, limited fuels, and people were very desperate. There's multiple times that I would go throughout Puerto Rico, and it's just a madhouse. People would either rush your car, rush your vehicle, just trying to get whatever supplies you got on you. There's multiple times I would go out with, people, and honestly, it would be like too late. A lot of people, you would show up saying, hey, I heard you had an elderly member or a child here. We're here to help you out. And unfortunately, they passed away the night prior with dehydration, malnutrition, and a lot of people throughout the months became more devastated to the point where they took their own lives by either jumping off mountains or cliffs because they knew nobody was going to come. Nobody was coming. It had been months, and being without power, being out without water, being without food. It was honestly probably harder than any deployment I've ever been on in my life. To see the amount of, suffering, human suffering. We were all looking for answers. I myself, moved in to a church member's home in Dorado. To paint a little better picture for you, for Dorado and Bayamon, that's probably one of the worst sides you could probably go in. Probably one of the worst rough areas of D.C. you could ever think of, New York, L.A., wherever you want to think of. And being a guy that's not from the island, obviously it's not very safe for myself. I took the chance, took the risk because I knew these people were in need, and they definitely needed some assistance. Throughout the months, I did everything I could, from getting medical supplies, getting food to people in hard-to-reach areas, and every single time I'll go out, I would be the first person that anyone would ever see. They would let me know, hey, I haven't seen mayor, I haven't seen FEMA, I haven't seen Red Cross, can you help me? And, I would definitely go out of my way, working with local hospitals, working with local organizations. Honestly, I did it all myself. I tried helping them out with FEMA. I would work with them to try to deliver their supplies for them. And a lot of the responses that I would get would be, there's a lot of political things happening here, and I can't make this happen. Can you do it for me? And they would give me addresses and locations, and I would go to them and make that happen for anybody out in Puerto Rico. I would even, take messages from random people over the internet to say, hey, this is my address. My grandfather, hasn't seen anybody. He's a retired veteran. Can you help me out? And I'll go out of my way to make that happen. And honestly, the 3 months that I was there, I have no words to really describe, the devastation that's currently out there, and it's still currently going on. So,
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Look forward to your questions.